guys, welcome to Down the Edge Angling. Brought you today to the Riddings fishery just outside Tamworth. I'm going to run through how I'd approach a commercial fishery for fishing for silverfish at this time of the year. So what I'll run through some rigs first. What I've done is I've plumbed up two lines. I've plumbed up a line at about 5 or 6 metres where I'm just going to loose feed casters and maggots out my hand to catch smaller fish. And I've also plumbed up a line fishing 13 metres where I'm going to feed a little bit of ground bait and some dead maggots and chop worm and try and catch some bigger fish. I'll run through the rigs. The rigs for the short line, they're both exactly the same floats. They're the Andy Jones-Wotton Carbon Conway. One's a 0.3 and the other's a 0.2. They're both set up on the same 012 main line to a 010 hook length at a 20, I think it's a 20 Drennan silverfish maggot hook, I think. The only difference between the two rigs is the 0.3 has got a bulker shot and a couple of droppers. That's for fishing more on the bottom, whereas the 0.2 rig has got, and if you can pick it up on the camera there, it's got a spread bulk of shot, just so it can just fish through the water a little bit with that rig. Two rigs to that line, and the two rigs for the longer line are two totally different rigs. They're both done on the same line in the elastic. They've both got a number 6 elastic. I think it's 013 main line and to an 011 hook length. They've both got a size 16 Drennan silverfish maggot hook. The difference between the two rigs is the first one is another Andy Jones-Wotton float. It's an F1 maggot float, I think, and that's just got a small block of shot of about, I think it's a 0.4 of a float. It's got about 8 number 8 shot there and a couple of number 12 droppers. That's just plumbed up dead depth, just to fish for anything really. If there's some skimmers turn up, the second rig's it's a 0.5 Andy Jones-Wotton Barra deep shallow, and it's set up as in a double bulk. What I've done is you've got your main bulk there and you've got another smaller bulk halfway below that in the hook, and the rig's actually plumbed up so that small bulk is literally just off the bottom. So what you'll do with your skimmer bites, when on this rig, if you're catching a lot of skimmers, a lot of your bites will actually be real positive lifts on the float. That's the two rigs. That's the rigs for each line. I've also, look at these, I've set up 2 rods. Hopefully I won't get to you and catch a few on the pole, but I've also set up 2 rods. I've set up a Cadence CR10 11 foot number 2 feeder. Just got a small cage feeder, quite a long hook length. That's just to fish ground bait, just a little ground bait feeder to chuck out into the middle of the pool if the pole lines were a bit slow. Also, I've set up a little Drennan crystal tip peacock waggler, 2 gram waggler on a Cadence CR10 11 foot match number 2 rod. That's basically for chucking just beyond the pole range. But sometimes until these skimmers can come up in the water a bit, so just another alternative, bit of a presentation, bit of a way to catch the fish. Okay, bait I've brought today with me is I brought casters for feeding, loose feeding on this shorter line. I've got some maggots and pinkies, mainly for up bait really, and for feeding some on that longer line. I've got a small amount of chop worm. Not going to put loads of it in today, just a few, probably a quarter of a kilo I brought with me. And I've got in here, I've got some Bait Tech. It's Bait Tech F1 ground bait. I'll just to feed on this longer line for some skimmers. It's a sweet fish meal mix, and in that mix I've put an handful of dead maggots and casters and a small amount of chop worm. I'm going to feed like probably 3 or 4 balls on this longer line, and then leave it for a while I just fish maggots and casters on this shorter line for a while. That's basically all the bait I brought with me, so hopefully that will cover the silverfish fishing today.
Okay.
Right, I go through how I'm going to feed these lines today. What I'm going to do, just not going to put loads of feed on this short line, I'm just going to get a range of where I want to feed. So I'm just going to put like, there's 30 or 40 casters in a cup and a few maggots. Just going to pop these out on this shorter line. And all that's going to do then is give me a bit of an idea of where I've got to feed. So loose feed a few. I shall just loose feed, I don't know, half a dozen casters every couple of minutes on that line throughout the day. The longer line, it'll be fed a little bit different. I'm going to give it 3 balls of ground bait. It's three decent balls of ground bait. Let the balls up first. They're in there. What I'm doing, I'm using, there's a peg in front of me, the pallet in front of me, I'm using that as a marker so I know exactly where these balls of ground bait are gone. There's one. And make an habit not to put every ball in the same hole, just spread them out over about a foot or so. Should get it going hopefully. That's basically the feeding done. I'm just going to loose feed a few casters over the shorter line, like I said, every few minutes. That longer line, I'm not going to put anything else in on that, and I'll just see what response I get when I actually go on it. If I catch well and it dries up, then obviously the fish want a bit of feed, so I might put a bit more in. We'll just play it by ear for now, see how it goes. Okay, we've been fishing about 5 or 10 minutes. I've had a nice hybrid, a couple of roach, getting lots of indications. It's all promising for a half decent day's fishing, hopefully. There you go, and your little fish. He's a little fish as well. Just fishing a single maggot on this 5-6 metre line, just on the 0.3 rig. If the fish start to come up in the water, I'll change out to that lighter rig with a spread out shot, just to hopefully catch them a bit quicker. Keep feeding these casters every few minutes. Quite small at the moment. There's plenty of fish there. I'm holding it probably quarter of the way down the section, so I've got a bit more pole section. I can chase the fish around if they back off. Plus it also looks after your pole, because you can strike your elbow right at the end of the section and You can break pole sections quite easily. So I just keep feeding 10 casters at a time. And aim to just keep them just inside your float as well, not past your float, else start spreading your fish all over the place. Just moved on to this longer line. I've had about half an hour, 40 minutes on that short line. I've caught a few fish, but it weren't quite right. There's just little tiny fish. I've just gone out. You can see that scale on the hook. I've just fouled up to decent fish out there then. I've probably had about 10 or 15 little fish on that short line. I've just gone out onto this longer line. I've had about 7 or 8 skimmers. Well, not big skimmers, like 4 to 6 ounce things. A few fish out there, but it's just trying to suss out how they want it at the moment. I've tried the normal rig and I bumped a few. I've gone on the double bulk rig. I've had a couple of quick fish and then started bumping them on this, so I don't know whether they're feeding quite right at the minute. There's a few out there, so hopefully it'll get better. Just single maggot or double pinky on the hook at the minute's best bait. I'm still feeding this short line. I'll come back to it at some point. Just keep feeding it. Especially if I have to top up this longer line with a ball of ground bait, it might be something to come back on this shorter line for a few minutes, let it settle. Skimmer. That's probably the smallest skimmer I've had actually. Feeding that line. Especially with skimmers, sometimes it pays to change up baits from like maggot, pinky or a little tiny piece of worm. Just going to try a bit of worm there, just see. Stuck a little piece of worm through the head, just nip it off. Just a little short piece of worm there. Try that. So I've had a good 3 or 4 hours fishing on the pole, but they've dried up now, and I've just noticed a lot of fish blowing further out, so I've just chucked a little cage feeder on this cadence, this CR10 11 foot number 2 feeder, and thinking they were skimmers, so I haven't even set a rod rest up, thinking they were skimmers, I've just chucked it, it's just gone straight round, I've hooked a carp, it's broke me. I've just put an heavier hook length on, just try it again for a bit longer. I got the carp halfway back and the rod handled it beautifully, but it's just the hook length weren't up to it. It was only a light out 12 hook length for skimmers. In the meantime, I'll chuck this out. I'll have topped that long pole line up with another couple of balls of ground bait and just see if it works. That's the end result. Must be, got to be 30 pounder skimmers there. What a great day's fishing. All caught on the, well, mostly caught on the pole. Some short, some long, and I've had a few on the feeder rod as well, on my new Cadence CR10 feeder rod. I'd just like to say thanks to the guys here at Riddings Fishery for allowing us to come here today to do this. And I'll see you all again on the bank soon. Thanks.